Okay. We're good. It's recording now.
So it looks like we have,
I'm so confused by this class.
it looks like there's a lot of questions. There's group questions, individual questions. So I'm thinking we're supposed to go over the group questions in the group case discussion instructions. And it looks like there
so
are,
case discussion instructions.
yeah, it looks like there are 4 questions.
Okay. How much revenue does Dropbox have and how profitable is Dropbox? This is a problem. Okay. And then the formula that you were talking about, where
Yeah,
did you find that? Did I totally miss that?
I am going to share my screen
Okay.
and let me see if I can, okay. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you go to the layout, the structure of this is just
I know.
mess. Confusing, not as easy as I learned 2 was, I think, at least for me. So if you go to the Dropbox case, and I think that's where I was. For some reason, it needs to do some more loading here.
It's fine. I don't know why it does this.
Maybe I need to log back in or something. I'm not sure what the deal is. Okay. Content. Okay, so if you go to week 2, Dropbox case, prep assignment. I don't think it's there, but it's interesting they have questions here that you were supposed to go over prior to the group discussion.
Okay.
And yet it doesn't say we need to discuss them, which is kind of funny. Okay, that's where you drop off your individual assignment, pre-discussion poll, Dropbox case discussion instructions. Okay. Individual case. Oh, you know what? Yeah, that was back. There's a button here that's sometimes helpful. Drop assignment, Dropbox, or prep assignment. Nope. Nope.
I know. I like get confused, and there's Dropbox there too, and I'm like, oh, is this where we submit it? I'm like, that's the name of the case. It's not right.
Uh,
If I get up and just run, that means I'm going to throw up. So
okay, you're good. You sound like you're. Oh no.
no, I'm pregnant and I have a cold. So that's really all it
Oh,
is.
fun. Okay, week 2, lesson instructions. No, Dropbox case. I was just there.
I know. So
Prep assignment, Dropbox. Yeah, that's not the Dropbox. Okay, that's just assignment for the Dropbox, as you were saying.
right, I
Okay,
know it's confusing.
yeah, okay. The Freeman profit formula right here.
Okay.
And it just kind of walks you through how to come up with some of the answers that I think we're supposed to go over.
Yeah, I was so confused in all of this.
Because one of the questions is how profitable they are, how much revenue, is their revenue situation, profitability a problem, yes or no?
That's
I
what I was
think that
confused about because I was like, I read through the case and it's not like they have numbers.
it's kind of spread out, and I don't think that anything is really set in stone.
Hate the hypothetical stuff.
Yeah, all I saw were, I'm going to pull up the case here. Okay, so, and my spreadsheet, revenues and costs. Okay, and it says that, okay, Dropbox did not publish financial results.
Okay, so did you send it to your binder? Is that how you made notes on it?
No, this is OneNote. It's a Microsoft program. It comes with Microsoft Office.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the binder is supposed to be. I think that the binder is just supposed to be a Google document or something,
Right.
or a folder where we put documents in it. We
Yeah.
were supposed to send links to the teacher. It's kind of a mess. So Dropbox did not publish financial results, but industry observers had attempted to calculate both its revenues and its data storage costs. So these are just analyst estimates, as far as I'm aware. And some of this information is current, and some of it is not. Like the 2 and 3% of Dropbox users that are paying customers, implying 10 to 15 million annual revenues. That's for the mid 2010. But then it says that the reported storage is 433 megabytes, and that's back in
2009.
late 2009. So that's 6 months previous. So in the numbers, I think we're just supposed to take the numbers we have and just work with them. As far as I know, I didn't see any set in stone solid numbers for Dropbox. There were some numbers for some competitors, but we're not worrying about them. So that's on page 9.
I know where it's at in the
Yeah.
first unit.
Subscribers.
All right, guys. Okay. It's like getting everything straightened out.
So you're recording the, oh yeah, it says live. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
So in the pre-discussion, first is like the pre-stuff, the prep assignment. That's where it gives us information.
What's that?
So the prep assignment tells us what we need to do for the kind of just how it helps us with the how to make the profit.
Yeah, the prep assignment. At least in figuring out the Freeman formula.
Did you figure it out?
I went through the video and I followed the steps in an Excel document, and that's what I've got here.
Okay.
And the steps that he took us through are here. I just made a copy and put in some of the numbers from the Dropbox case
Oh,
in this other sheet. But we could watch the video if you want. We could go over that, make sure I've got my numbers right.
yeah. I don't mind. Just so you can, probably good for you too to watch it over again.
Yeah, that's cool.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I've dealt with a pregnant wife a number of times, and it's miserable. I can't. I've never been there, never done that, so I can't sympathize completely.
I
But
don't know why people do it. That's where I'm at the point right now.
yeah,
And then I had my parents calling me, asking me to do stuff because they're going through a divorce. So it's literally like my life is.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Not really fine, but it's life. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you want to pull up the?
Oh, the video here? Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah. Since I figured since you're already sharing your screen.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the audio will share. So, well, I'll pull it up, and if you don't hear anything, I actually made a copy. I make a copy of all the videos and everything to my computer just so I can use them without worrying about iLearn crashing and whatever else. I think I put it. It's Freeman formula. Okay, you can probably see that, but you probably can't hear it.
Let's see.
Can you hear that at all? Or could you?
No, I couldn't.
Okay, yeah, it's feeding my speakers, but it's not gonna feed through the shared screen because I'm not sharing my. Unless there's a way to share my audio. Let me go back to Google Hangouts. There's an option to share the screen.
Yeah, but does what he's everything that he says is it important, or can I just follow along with the screen?
Um, it's pretty basic stuff, but yeah, it's probably best to listen to him
Oh,
just because he kind
hopefully.
of puts acronyms in and he doesn't type out everything he says. It might make more sense if you listen. If you want to pull it up on your end, I can watch it on my end.
Okay. Do not. Mine might share because I don't have headphones on.
Okay, that's cool.
So we'll see. Let's let's put it here. Let's see.
When we're evaluating a business model,
Can you hear
we
that?
almost always
I can, yes.
the business is profitable. In order to understand that, we need to know what profit is.
And there's a button to make it full screen
Profit
if that helps.
Yeah.
is nothing more than revenue minus cost. Right? So if a company has $1 million in revenue,
You know, one thing that might help is you don't have to maximize the screen for me. If you can see it just fine in part of your screen, it might help to put an Excel document on the other half of the screen.
I know I was gonna write it out. I usually write out all my Excel stuff, and then I type it in there to make sure I
Okay,
know
cool.
it.
Yeah, whatever works best for you. I was just gonna let you know I don't need to see it. I can see it on my side and I'll also hear it on yours.
Okay.
1,000 in costs. How much is the profit? Well, in Excel, we can calculate profit by just subtracting. We hit equals 1 million minus 100,000. The beauty of doing it this way is then we can do scenario analysis. For example, suppose the revenue is actually 4 million. And the cost is 350,000. All right, so that's profit. Super simple concept, but we'll see that when you calculate a business with a freemium model profit formula, it can be a little bit more complicated than that. So let's look at a business that has a freemium model. We'll calculate what we call the profit formula. First, we'll calculate revenue. Revenue would be the number of subscribers times the percent of subscribers who pay for the service. That gives us the number of paying subscribers. If we know the revenue per paying subscriber, we'll call that dollars per subscriber. Then we can get the annual revenue of paid subscribers. Okay. So let's take, for example, a company that has 1 million subscribers. Let's just say, for example, that 1% of those subscribers pay. The number of paying subscribers would be the number of total subscribers times the percentage of subscribers who pay. Let's suppose that they pay an average of $25 per month. We want the annual number, so we'll go $25 per month times 12 months. That's the revenue per subscriber. So if we want to know the total revenue for this company, we take the number of paying subscribers times the revenue per subscriber. In this case, the annual revenue of $3 million. Well, that's only part of our profit formula, isn't it? We still need to understand what the cost is. Typically, in a freemium subscriber model, you have the paying subscribers have a higher cost to serve than the free subscribers. For example, Dropbox gives the free subscriber a certain amount of storage space, but then they give the paid subscribers a lot more storage space, which costs the paid subscribers, it costs Dropbox more money per paid subscriber. So now we need to figure out the cost to serve both those customers that are paying and those customers that are free. Cost. Well, let's just say that there's a cost for each free subscriber per month. I don't know what that cost is. Let's just assume that for this particular made-up business, it's 5 cents. How do we figure out how many free subscribers we have? Well, we have the number of free subscribers. That just equals the number of total subscribers, which is 1 million in this case, times, well, if 1% are paying, then we know that 99% are not paying. It's an important, I'm going to subtract percentage you are paying from 1, and that'll give me 99%. It's really important that we build this formula in this way, because we may want to change some of our assumptions, and if I just type in 99% here, like I could, 0.99, so notice I get 990,000. If I change this formula up here, let's say that we decide we're going to convert 5% to paying. Well, my number of free subscribers doesn't change because I've just hard-coded this 99%. So one of the beauties of Excel, we'll go back to 1% because that was our original assumption, is that we can begin to ask questions and test assumptions by changing those assumptions in the spreadsheet. If we just hard code everything, then we only get the answer for the one specific question we've asked. If we build a spreadsheet to help us answer the question, we can ask multiple questions and we can actually make an informed decision. All right, so what's the annual cost of serving all of the free subscribers? Well, let's see. It's going to be the cost per month, 5 cents, times number of months in the year, which is 12, times the number of free subscribers, which in this case is 990,000. All right. So the cost to serve those free customers is about $594,000. That's good so far. Now, the cost to serve our paying customers also needs to be figured in, doesn't it? Well, let's just say that once somebody's paying, they use a lot of our service. Let's say that it costs us $3 a month to serve them. Okay? We can live with that. Doesn't sound so bad. How many paying customers do we have? Well, once again, we've got this 1 million. It equals the number of subscribers times the percentage who subscribe. In this case, 10,000. All right? And our annual cost is the dollars they pay every month times 12 months times the number of paying customers. That equals $360,000. So our variable cost, just the cost of the free customers plus the cost of the paying customers. But that doesn't tell us our total cost. We also have fixed costs. So our variable cost is just the cost of the free customers plus the cost of paying customers. That doesn't tell us our total cost. We also have fixed costs. Fixed costs can sometimes be estimated by the number of employees you have times the cost per employee. I use the term FTE. That's a common term that means full-time equivalent. Let's assume that our company has 20 employees. Let's say that the cost per full-time equivalent employee is $150,000. Right? And my total fixed cost It says fixed cost. Total fixed cost is nothing more than the number of full-time equivalent employees times the cost per full-time equivalent. Now you might think that cost is the cost of paying the employee, but that full-time equivalent cost also includes roughly what it would cost for office space, utilities, insurance, all the things that go into supporting a full-time employee. So we don't need to include all those things in this calculation, but sometimes you will. Let's see what it costs us to have 20 employees. Looks like $3 million. So my total cost to run this little business right now is nothing more than the variable cost plus fixed cost. Now, calculate the profit. Okay. Profit equals revenue minus variable cost minus fixed cost. So right now, in this example, our business is losing almost $1 million a year. So are there any things we could do as entrepreneurs to fix that? Well, I'll leave it up to you to try to figure out how many customers I would need in order to break even, or possibly if I want to change the number of paid, or the percentage of paid.
Okay. Let's go. Okay.
All right, you get all that figured out?
Yeah, I got all of it figured out except for the last one. You know, it's revenue. Was it multiplied all together or just?
Are you trying to determine profit?
Yeah.
Okay, so the profit would just be the total variable costs. No, wait. It'd be the annual revenue paid by subscribers. And I think the number was 10 million. And you should be able to just take that number.
So the number of subscribers, not the annual revenue?
Yeah, it'd be the annual revenue.
Okay.
Annual revenue paid subscribers. So it's the money that we're bringing in.
Right.
And then you subtract the total variable costs and also subtract the total fixed costs.
Okay.
And I think the number should be, I've got it right here on my shared screen. We're in the negative 6,986,000.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So with that spreadsheet, I suppose we just need to grab up all the numbers that are available in the case study, throw them in there, and we should have something.
Okay, let's see here.
And it sounds like they want it to be, I mean, it's objective. They've got some numbers in there, and they want us to probably come up with something similar to what they have. The teacher probably has an answer book. Probably not a lot of opinion on this one.
Okay, sorry.
You're fine.
Okay. So we have 2 to 3%. So should we do like a 2.5?
That's a good question. I propose that we just run the numbers with the 2% and then run the numbers with, I think we ought to just run 3 sets. It'll be easy to
Okay.
change. We can come up with three numbers. We can say it's somewhere between 2 and 3%. So we can say it's somewhere between however many million and however many million. So
Okay.
So the first box, it looks like we need the number of subscribers.
Is that in here?
On page 8, the last number that I could come up with regarding the number of subscribers was in the very bottom of page 8, and it says word of mouth referrals and viral marketing generated strong results. In April, so mid 2010, which is kind of where we're at now, I think.
Right, that's what I want.
They got 4 million. And I think it's a little confusing here because it says they produced 2.8 million direct referral invites. That doesn't say that they actually acquired all those invites. So
Right,
I
so
don't
I
think we really
would say the
know.
4 million.
Yes, 4 million sounds great. So 4 with 6 zeros. And cost per subscription, I suppose.
So I'll do the 2 million. Does it say the cost per? It just says for storage and bandwidth, this is how much it is for users. This is how much it is for.
It's true. You know what I did to do this? If you look at my screen, I guess you can see my screen.
Yeah.
If you click annual revenues paid to subscribers, I went up to GoalSeek.
Okay, I love GoalSeek.
If you do that to the value of, and we know that the revenue is 10 million, right?
About 10 million.
So 10. I'm going to change the cell here, so the per month, and it just puts it to 10 million.
Okay.
And I don't even think we need all the numbers in between. We really just need the 10 million there, the annual revenues. So
Right.
So
but
what I
it's
did
still nice to have, so we know.
In case they ask for it, I don't think they will, but
Yeah.
it fills in all of the spaces that they showed us in that last video.
Right.
So, okay, the cost per month for free was
11 cents. That's right.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. You're right. 11 cents.
And then 3.18 for paid users.
Yep.
And you have those both right.
Okay. Now, for some reason, I was questioning some of these numbers. Okay, the per gigabyte cost for an enterprise-grade storage equipment had fallen. Oh, that's not what I'm looking
Because then it
for.
says the average monthly wholesale cost for the bandwidth data delivery. Oh, just kidding. I don't know. No, I would stick with those numbers. I'm comfortable with those numbers.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Which means everything else should change in there by itself, right?
Yeah, yeah. So the total variable cost is, do you have 8 million on your end?
I was just watching you do it, but I'll do it just to make sure.
That'd be probably a good idea.
We're goal seeking to 10 million, right?
Yeah. Or you could even just type 10 million in. I think all we need is just the annual revenue.
You're right. I just wanted to make sure. I was doing it the same way. Okay, because I got 125 for that. Let's put 11. Yes, let's put 15. So, let me see what's different on here. It's all the same. It's all the same. Okay, can you scroll down to the total fixed cost?
Yeah, I don't think we've put anything in there yet.
Okay, so the variable cost, I have that as the same.
Okay, you've got the 8,227,000.
Right.
Cool. Now the fixed costs, according to that Freeman whatever video, it talked about cost of employees and other things. I didn't gather anything from the case that talked about those fixed
Okay.
costs, but obviously there are going to be some. So
Okay.
maybe we need to dig through the case a little bit more.
It just asks for the profit, which that would be the profit.
Right, they're asking for the total profit, but if there are fixed costs, we also need to subtract the fixed costs from
Right.
there. If there's no fixed costs, we're in the positive.
You know, I
But
remember seeing. I feel like I remember seeing.
thank you.
Parfait.
Sorry,
Sandwich.
my wife's just bringing me some food. Okay,
Oh no,
sorry.
that's fine. I'm gonna bring me food. Need my mother-in-law to come stay with me.
You say she's bringing you food?
No, I wish she just needs to
Oh,
come live with me. Okay, it has 8 employees.
okay, cool. Does it talk about costs? Employee.
Doesn't.
Here we go. They hired an analyst engineer as its 8th employee. Just before that, it was talking about it being October 2008. So I'm wondering if that's changed since then. Only referenced employee. I'm also doing word search for cost. There were costs for advertising, but they eliminated all of their click advertising, like AdWords,
Oh.
in 2009. And they went toward an analytics
Do you know what?
type of thing.
It's on page 9. It says pursuing incremental, understanding the course. It says pursuing incremental product improvement opportunities as part of the stay the course strategy could keep Dropbox 25-person team busy for years.
If I
So it looks like there's 25 people.
Now we just need to find out how much they were being paid. I don't
Or the
think of it.
cost for them.
Yeah, cost per employee. We could do some research and find out what minimum wage is for California, Silicon
Isn't it
Valley, I think it
9.25?
was. But it's not shared here, so I don't. And we'd have to go back and find out what it was for that particular year.
So I can tell you it's gonna be more than 725.
And then we'd have to figure out how many hours they were working. Were these guys working overtime? Were they
Wouldn't say
being?
they're full time. You know what? Let's see. Dropbox
I,
employees. 2010. We'll see if it's there.
Are you Googling it?
Yeah, I'm googling it.
There you go. Okay. The thing is, I don't think that the company went public, and
They did it
if
because they didn't know.
it's
There's
it's probably proprietary information. They're not going to publish how much they made per hour, unless it was made public. Even then it wouldn't give specifics. It'd be abroad. It'd be on a big balance sheet or income statement or
right.
yeah, one of those. So
Well, they are in China.
A cost per click in the early marketing efforts, and we're out of that.
Oh, I'm not paying $199 to look at their full report.
Data storage costs. The data storage costs are variable, they're not fixed, and we already went over that. And it talks about how the cost for enterprise grade storage had fallen. The equipment.
Yeah, let's see if you can Google.
And I think that's only in reference to if they wanted to, set up another platform, specialize, IDC, whatever.
Let's see.
Runaway server costs. You're concerned about runaway server costs at Google's YouTube. Carbonite costs. Okay. On page 16, one of the questions says, if you'll have any major expenses beyond the living costs of your founders, bandwidth, and servers, what will they be? And he says none, maybe AdWords.
Okay. Let's see.
So living costs of the founders, bandwidth, and servers are the major expenses. Maybe AdWords. And the bandwidth was variable. And I think that the servers would have been part of that variable costs too.
Yeah, they'd have to be.
Because, well, bandwidth servers, I think they were using Amazon servers, or bandwidth, or both. So the living costs of the founders, unless it talks about those, I think we've just got a big question mark.
Yeah, I would say I don't see anything in there about it.
It's got some pretty detailed information about AdWords, but
Yeah,
up at
it's
the top.
detailed information about everything but what we're looking for.
Yeah.
To make our lives difficult.
Let me just find the reference where I heard that AdWords was eliminated, just to make sure that we don't need to add AdWords in there. Yeah, they abandoned paid search advertising in mid-2009. This is on page 8,
Okay.
second paragraph.
So we'll just go with that formula and
Well, unless we see something more, I think we can just take it, the
yeah.
numbers off the fixed costs.
But it asks if they're profitable as of June 2010. Oh, and it says assume that Dropbox spends an average of $150,000 per employee on salaries, benefits, rent, legal fees.
Oh, okay.
And this does not include payments to Amazon $3 for storage or bandwidth.
Where
It
did they
says
hide? Where did they hide that?
It's not even in. We're just supposed to assume.
Okay. Is that in the
It's
The
an
group instructions?
yeah, in the prep assignment.
Oh, it's not even in the group instructions. Oh,
Like, great.
okay. Let me go to that.
Which means they're not being profitable.
Average 150,000 per employee on salaries. Okay, and you said that, and we found there were 25, right?
Right.
So 25 times 150,000. They're not. Got a negative 1,977,000.
That's what I got.
Okay.
I'm glad we got the same numbers.
Okay, this figure does not include payment to Amazon. $3 for storage bandwidth. Where did the $3 or Amazon? Oh, Amazon S3. Okay, that's got to be part of the variable.
We need to add that in there too?
No, that has to be part of the variable that we already put on of the 11 cents and the 380,
Yeah.
318.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to the case bandwidth.
You can search S3.
Yeah, storage and bandwidth storage and bandwidth. It specifies that that's 11 cents per
Yep.
non-paying and 318. So yeah, we're good there. Thank you. How does influence the ventures? Okay, now it says where you found that 150,000. It talks about, it says prepare for your group discussion by answering these questions. It says to calculate the variable contribution margin. Looks like your screen froze up on me.
Okay. I think it cut out.
Okay, you're back.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Might be my end. So it says to calculate the variable contribution margin.
Okay.
I'm not sure what. Are we supposed to answer that question? You know, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about it. I think we ought to just answer the questions that are in the
Yeah. There's
in the
really not
group.
if they're profitable or not.
Yeah. So discussion instructions. Okay. So how much revenue does Dropbox have? I think we found out that they had 10 million, right?
Revenue.
10 to 15.
Yeah. 10 to 15. That's right.
All right. And the next question.
How profitable is Dropbox? They are negative.
Okay.
Let me do the 3%. We never did that one.
If we change the 3%, we also need to change the annual revenue to 15 million.
If you change it to 3%, it changes it to 15 million.
Does it really?
It does.
Oh, cool.
I was a little confused on why my computer had already changed it. I'm like, did I get this all wrong? No, he got the same numbers as me. Yeah, it changes it to 15 million.
In that case, we've got a profit of 1,549,000. 000. 549. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. 000. That's good. I would suspect that they were a little bit more profitable because in the very top of the case study, I think it talks about how, or the very end, somewhere it said that he said that they had cash.
Yeah, they take out loans.
Yeah, they did take out loans, so yeah, they could have cash and not be profitable. It's true. Or I mean, profitable is in. I mean,
Right.
they could have cash and have loans, but he had plenty of cash in the bank. Yeah, so they might have just been from loans. Doesn't necessarily mean that they were profitable.
Right.
Okay.
Let's see where they start. Because they said in between 2 and 3%. I want to know where in between the 2 and 3% that they start making a profit.
You could do the goal seek on that one. So if you wanted the profit to be 0, you could go goal seek to value of 0 by changing percentage of paid customers.
Yes. No, number of paying customers. Oh, yeah. Percentage paying customers. Sorry.
It says 3%, but it's really 2.561, I
Yes.
think. So
I think we should put that in there.
yeah, I think we ought to put down if it was 2%, where they would be, if it was 3%, where they would be, and where they need to be at 0. Do we even need to write something up as a group? I think we just need to have this discussion, right?
Yeah, I think we just have this. No, this is where it gets really weird. We were supposed to, after watching the introduction video, we're supposed to post an initial video to the case discussion board. We're supposed to review everybody's video responses. Then we're supposed to post a link for the response. And then we're supposed to attend the meeting. I'm like, this is another thing to do. I'm already trying to figure all this stuff. I'm like, how am I supposed to do that too?
Busy work, you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Dropbox case discussion instructions, is that what you're reading it?
The Dropbox case discussion instructions and then under discussion instructions
Okay.
under the video of the one
Quick.
lady. I watched that video.
Okay. So quickly review the individual case discussions below. So we need to quickly review the individual questions. So Dropbox is a late mover in a crowded space. What will set them apart from their rivals? What do you think will set Dropbox apart from their rivals?
Um,
Um,
oh no, I feel like they're already set apart from their rivals. I mean, I use Dropbox. That's so hard because I use Dropbox now.
mhm.
And I love Dropbox because I know it's like Google Docs and Google Sheets. I mean, you can put stuff on there. Like that's where all my wedding pictures are. That's what a photographer sent me, all the wedding pictures. So just the fact that anybody can use it and it's so easy to use.
I don't have it. I think it's come with computers before, and I think I may have used it once or twice. So I don't have the experience that you have with it, your insights. So your insights are fabulous here. But I think your insights go really well along with the case. The case talks about how simple it is and just how I think the founder, he was approached by some people and he said, hey, what makes yours different? And he's like, well, it's simple. And he asked them if he asked these people if they use the competitors, their what they had, and they said no.
No.
So I think that, yeah, I think you're right about what distinguishes it. It's the simplicity of it and how well it works.
I mean, the name of the case study is It Just Works.
Yeah, so there you go.
And really, it's like, it just works. That's why I'm like, you wrote a whole case study on It Just Works?
So what problems does Dropbox solve? It synchronizes
Oh,
files. It
for
backs
files
things
anyway,
up.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Who has this
If
problem? Anybody.
Absolutely.
Because that's the other thing is like I've used Dropbox for is in an email whenever you're sending a large document or whatever, the email can't send the whole thing, or it'll take the is it the storage amount?
They'll only let you send so much.
Yeah, it'll let you only send so much, or it'll decrease the value of it so it can send it.
Yeah,
So it's like whenever you record a video on your phone and you want to like most people like post on Facebook or whatever, how the clarity of the video isn't that good depending on what they're using. So if you were to
definitely.
send a video to a friend, like even iPhones do it. It's like, okay, the clarity of the video is not as bad, and you're like, what was this recorded on?
Hmm.
Not a brick phone from like ever ago. Actually like 5 years ago. You can still have the same what is it? The
The
same,
quality, yeah.
yeah, the quality is good. That's what I'm looking for.
And I've definitely had the same problem since trying to send an email and it just doesn't work and quality
Yeah.
and also it says what problem does it solve? It sounds like their competitors really had a problem with bandwidth. They try to make copies of the whole thing if there was a change, whereas with Dropbox it would somehow go in there and only make a change to what was edited. So that I don't understand all the technical aspects of that, but
Did you watch the video for Dropbox?
yeah, that's where I'm getting this from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, in it. So in it, Dropbox actually saves, or they used to, all the edits that you did on it,
Hmm.
where you could go through a list and see all the edits on it, where their competitor, they save a different one and they use up more storage each time.
Yeah. So that's also something the Dropbox offers is they've got that ability to go back into history. We said we're offering it free and now it's like $39 or something a year.
Yeah.
So
But how many people have this problem? I would say anybody that uses technology
yeah, absolutely.
that
Anybody
wants
who
to.
might have their computer stolen. I think the teacher talked about how he had a computer lost or something.
Oh, that's,
And that could happen to anybody. So
oh yeah,
what does Dropbox do? I think we kind of covered all of that in the
yeah.
previous.
How did they solve it? I think we answered that too.
Yeah, they got some computer whizzes and we had a problem and they realized they could help the other people.
They didn't make it complicated.
Definitely. And which is also kind of why I'm torn on whether or not they should complicate their product, to try to cater to
Right.
different segments. Because once they do that, then they kind of spread themselves thin. I don't
Which
think that's
they
a.
didn't. If you,
You say they didn't,
they didn't. They, I think that, or do not, I'll get on Dropbox right now to see, just so I'm telling you the truth.
or even their website. Usually they probably offer different products if they have segmented it.
They had what was it? Yeah, you can upgrade accounts.
You gotta sign. Yeah, it's not giving me information.
Yeah, I'm excited. So there's the basic, which has the 2 gigabytes and unlimited file recovery for 30 days. Or you have file recovery for 30 days.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. And then there's the Pro, which that one has password protected links, expired shared links, remote device wipe, bunch of stuff. Then there's a business, and that's $12.50 a month per user.
So
Okay.
they did decide to cater to different groups.
Yeah, but it just kind of, I mean, for the business, oh, this is cool. There's a account activity dashboard, so you can see how, like, your team, how they get on there. Detailed team activity logs, detailed member activity logs, sharing logs. There's email support, chat support, phone support. And then there's the enterprise, which you have to call them for that pricing. And you can have as much space as you need.
Wow. So it sounds like they did, yeah.
Yeah.
But sounds like they've also tried to keep it simple. And if they were smart, I imagine they probably got their feet wet as they did it before they
Yeah.
jumped. too much into it, but see, what early hypothesis turned out to be wrong? What does it mean to pivot? I think we covered a lot of that. It's like the unlimited, not unlimited sharing, but the unlimited recovery. You know, as things change, they kind of pivoted toward a 30-day deal, and then they pivoted to a $39 or $40, like you mentioned.
So their prices are cheaper. It sounds like now.
Mm-hmm.
Probably because they bought all their own storage. I mean, that's
Oh, is
what
that right?
I don't know. So instead of using like Amazon storage, they probably bought their own. Once they got bigger, they probably just started doing it.
Yeah, it could be. What else did they pivot? Let's see here. Let me pull up my. I know that the storage they pivoted. To save the bandwidth optimization.
Yeah.
Throughout the case, it talked about how they were constantly lean, or at least they tried to be. They didn't jump into anything too fast.
Which I think is smart
So
for them to do that.
yeah. So I think it was kind of a constant pivoting as they found out what their customers wanted. The advertising, they pivoted a lot in that. They tried doing the AdWords. They found out that was becoming too expensive.
AdWords.
Paid advertising. What's that?
Have you ever used AdWords?
I have, yes. Did you? Have you taken a class in that?
Yeah, what class was it?
Like
Was it
B
the web
211 or
design
something?
or whatever?
Yeah, it's
Of
like
what
web
they-
marketing.
Yeah, that class.
Yeah, AdWords. Yeah, certain keywords. I run AdWords for the business I work with, and some keywords are just so crazy expensive.
Like, nope, I'm done.
Supply and demand. So they pivoted toward analytics. That's something else I saw. That was on page 6.
One that you like, the free one and the one you paid for.
Well, I think what they did is they were using a lot of keywords, and well, it was getting expensive, and they hired somebody on, and they tried to kind of look at what segments were making them more money and how they could target certain. They were looking a lot more at their customers and where they might make their money.
Right.
And I suppose you could use analytics in doing, or AdWords in doing that. I mean, that analytics is more certain special keywords, I suppose, and they pivoted to referrals. I think they just did a lot of that.
Yeah.
They got rid of
It looks
the
like they're
paid
doing the pack
advertising.
rat offer.
What's that?
The pack rat offer, where they what is it for the subscribing users?
Yeah, if people wanted to retrieve information past the 30 days.
Yeah.
Yep, that was a pivot. Let's see here. The company modified its policy offering all Dropbox users 30 days of history free of charge, unlimited. Undo history became $39 per year. Called it the pack rat. Yeah. I think those were some of the major pivots
Yeah.
I can think of. And to pivot, have you taken Business 383?
I could have. What? I think so.
I don't. I'm gonna pull up.
No.
Where'd it go?
Say good night, Daddy.
Well, I'm
Good
not.
night, Daddy.
Good night, Rebecca.
Come on.
Nope.
Nap time. Let's go.
Well, pretty much it's just it's a business model where you've got different bricks, and you can, rather than writing like a 10,000 page business plan, in fine print legalese, there's a newer way of doing it, and these bricks and everything you can move around. It's a little more flexible. You're pivoting customers. It's like if you're marketing to hospitals, you might think that the doctors and the patients are the customers, whereas you might actually come to find out that the customers might be the real customer might be Medicare, because they're the one that's writing the check. So it's coming to different understandings about things and just moving things around. So I was going to pull up a picture of that business model that they've got, but we don't need to go there. So anyway, all right. So I think we covered that. Unless you want to talk about anything else in the individual questions.
No, I think we covered them all. Just trying to
Okay,
see. What were the group questions? If there were any.
what is this? Post link to initial video, 5-minute response as a new thread on the Dropbox case discussion board.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Oh yeah, we answered them all.
Are we
What?
are we supposed to do that individually, answer these questions individually, and post a 5-minute link on the discussion board?
I have no idea because it just says post initial video. I'm like, okay, what initial video? It didn't tell us to make an initial video.
Okay.
I don't know.
And then,
Hopefully, a lot of other people are doing it,
yeah,
and he'll address it.
I hope so. I hope he doesn't just, I hope we all don't get I mean, we don't flunk us all. I hope he doesn't flunk us all.
You know.
And then it says review initial video response of all group members. So it sounds like every group member is supposed to post a little video. So
Yeah, really, 3 people have posted there this week.
just for the fun of it, I mean, we've already discussed it, so I don't know what the point is here, but for the fun of it, we could create videos and we could comment on each other.
Yeah, I don't know.
Post a link to your response to group members' initial posts in the comment area of their video. So we're supposed to respond to each other. What's the point of that when we could just have a group meeting?
I know. That's why I'm like, okay.
Attend group GHOA.
Which is a Google Hangout on there.
Okay, thank you. And work through the group questions. Okay, and we've done that.
Great.
One member needs to share their screen during the recording. Okay, and we've been doing that.
Yeah.
Post link to the group discussion summary of group hangouts. And we went over the group questions. Okay, it says for this week, just find a partner using the discussion board.
Oh, that's what it says?
Yeah, right here under group questions.
Oh. Starting in week 3, we'll have a learning team assigned to you. Oh my gosh, I'm so confused now because we're all in groups.
He already assigned us, I thought.
I know. That's what
Well, I think that there's a learning curve for all of us. I think this is all new for the teacher too. So
yeah.
I think
Which is fine. Like, it probably makes it easier to just assign groups now.
yeah. Okay, your group hangout must record discussion responses to the following questions in detail, and I think we went over that. Where a discussion is required, make sure to consider each possible alternative before making a final decision. Do your best to reach a consensus. Where appropriate, submit a spreadsheet showing actual numerical calculations. So we've got spreadsheets. Where do we submit those?
In the discussion board.
In the post discussion?
No, okay, in the post, what is it? The post discussion, let's see here. Yeah, the post discussion, Dropbox post discussion poll.
Does it say that here though?
No, that's where I would assume because the post discussion poll, that's where you put the Google Hangout on there, like the link to it, so you can watch it.
That's in the group discussion board, right?
No, it's the discussion poll.
I thought the discussion poll was just an individual thing.
Okay, what should they do? Then there's a post one.
There's the pre. Okay, so you're saying it's in the post discussion?
That's where I would assume.
What?
There's
I think you can also put attachments in the discussion boards. So I just say we just make 100, 1,000, whatever, however many we need to copies of everything, and we just post them everywhere.
just everywhere, just so we have all our bases covered.
Right. I'd submit our spreadsheet since they're both the same. We can just, doesn't matter whose, we can just submit that next to the link of our Hangout video.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And I'll post the link to this in the discussion board unless you want me to email it to you.
What's that?
I'll send you the link to this.
Okay.
In the discussion board, and I'll email it to you. Okay.
Awesome. So do you want to make a post in the discussion board, or do you want me to do that?
I can. I'll even put my Excel spreadsheet. Are you going to meet with them tonight too?
If they get in touch, nobody has responded to my texts.
You're like, great, thanks for giving me your number.
Yeah. If they want to, and if it doesn't conflict with my other meeting, and if I'm not swamped with other things, then I'll meet with them. But I'm not sure what they're going to discuss. If they're going to discuss both cases, it might be good to meet with them. But yeah, I'm going to need we're going to need to connect and talk about the next case as well. So
I know. Well, at least we got this one covered. So if they don't meet tonight, you're still covered.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll have to meet. See, I don't even know when to meet for the next case.
Do you want to meet Friday morning?
Friday morning. My husband and I are going to Oklahoma City he has a work thing. And so I guess I'm going to go to my mother-in-law's house. I don't know. I don't know about that because I'll be gone this weekend, which is so frustrating. So let me just get back to you on that.
Okay, yeah. Or if you're going to be out of town, and if an evening works better, if you don't have your dance classes in the evenings, or whatever, I'm available mornings and evenings. So just let me know.
We'll see. Hopefully, I don't know. Yeah, I think as soon as I know my plans for Friday, I need to talk to him about it.
Or Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday I'm busy all day.
Okay.
It's like, it's hard getting everybody's schedule so much up. Let's plan on Friday, and because I have the internet to my mother-in-law's house, and I can just come in and let's plan on that.
Okay.
Friday, I can do anytime before 3, which is 1 your time.
Okay, and I preferably for me before 11 o'clock your time. And if it's going to take half an hour, then we probably want to back it up however long.
It just says 30 to 40 minutes. So yeah, we could do, because that's 9. Yeah. Or you said before 11 o'clock your.
So 10 o'clock your time?
You need it before 11 o'clock your time?
Before 9 o'clock my time, which is 11 o'clock your time.
Which is 11 o'clock my time, which is perfect. We can meet at 10 my time, which is 8 your time.
Okay. All right. So 10 your time.
Yes.
But you're going to need to still find out about your schedule and let me know.
No, I'll just go over. I'll have my husband's truck, so I'll just go over to my mother-in-law's house. She's not there. Or I'll go to Starbucks or something. But I'll get to just volley. I get to piddle around all day. What day is it? Friday. Okay. Yeah. Let's final note. I'll put it in my phone because I'm really bad at remembering.
Okay. And then next week, it sounds like the teacher's gonna try to firm things up with the groups, and I don't know how many he's gonna want. He's asked how many students we'd prefer to have per group, and a lot of people have said 4 or 5.
Yeah, 4 or 5. That's good.
So he talked
Where
about
did
7 or
he ask
8.
that?
People are saying a lot less. What's that?
Where did he ask that in the discussion?
There are so many discussion boards all over the place.
I know. I'd be like, okay, what are we supposed to do?
It was in one of the big class-wide discussion
Yeah,
boards.
I see it. Group sizes.
And people were also talking about mornings. He wants to make sure that the morning people are accommodated. So I don't know when he's gonna put that into effect, but if other people aren't communicating, then I'm more than happy to meet with you in the mornings.
Oh, yeah, it's like different. Oh, you don't need me to go to groups. So yeah, there's a couple people who are wanting to move to the morning group. So I'll just put in there that I need to be in the morning group. So that's fine.
And I'll probably put the same thing in there. Just yeah,
Mornings are just easier. I teach dance at night and I get home and I literally am like falling over and go straight to bed.
good idea.
And then my husband's like, what are you doing? Where you? He's like, why are you doing homework? Can't you do that all day? Okay.
Here. So we brought okay. Do your best to reach a consensus with the numbers. We did that. Okay, so you're gonna submit a spreadsheet and the Google Hangout link. We met
Mhm.
for we met for 30 to 60 minutes. We talked about the questions. If your calculations show that they are not profitable, what are the problems that might cause / bring up? And maybe if you have 2 different columns on your spreadsheet with the 2% and
Okay.
3%,
Yeah, we'll do that.
that way we'll kind of demonstrate um, the differences. It's somewhere in between.
Yeah, I'll do all three of them.
The discussion board included in this model is to facilitate communication between group members in preparation for your Google Hangout. You may also use email, text, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I think we covered everything. But we probably didn't. There's probably somewhere else that it says.
I know, on another form somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, oh, great. Well, we good to go. So we'll figure it out. The first couple weeks are like trying to figure out how to do everything. Okay, yeah, so I'll post in the discussion board and I'll email it to you too. The Excel spreadsheet and the link to the this.
Okay. And either in your post or I could reply to yours or whatever, I think it'd probably be good to talk about how we did in our group meeting, go over the individual questions. We discussed those. Because
Okay.
I think it's confusing. We maybe we were supposed to do little 5-minute videos, but we covered it all here, I think.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. Okay. So we're good. I'm just gonna doctor up my Excel spreadsheet to make it look presentable. So, okay. Thank you.
Awesome. And I will look at it after you submit it and compare it to mine. And I'm pretty sure we have the same numbers.
Yeah.
But I'll let you know if there's
Okay.
anything that doesn't look right. Thank you so much, and we'll see you
Thank you.
10
Okay.
o'clock Friday your time.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, bye.
Bye.